Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Paul Heyman has been embroiled in one of the most noteworthy feuds on the road to WrestleMania 41. His tribal chief returned on the March 10th episode of Raw to take down Seth Rollins, seeking payback for the Visionary's earlier attack on him following their elimination from the 30-man match. Roman Reigns attacked Seth during the former World Heavyweight Champions match with CM Punk. Once he finished dealing with Rollins, he shifted his focus to Paul Heyman, who was trying to help Punk after the intense clash. This did not sit well with the head of the table. The former undisputed WWE champion quickly sprang into action, hitting a spear on the best in the world. Heyman looked stunned and nervously clasped his hands in front of the original tribal chief. This segment opens up a lot of potential avenues for the 59-year-old. The aforementioned scenario could lead to Paul Heyman's exit as Reigns' Wiseman. The separation could open the door for a well-known figure to come in and take that role. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi might make a return on next week's Raw after a 85-day absence as an interesting development in the story. The last time he appeared was during The Undertaker's retirement ceremony in November 2020. The Attitude Era legend might add an exciting new layer to the ever-evolving family dynamic of the Bloodline. With a reliable partner in his corner, the original tribal chief could grow even stronger and take his dominance to levels we've never seen before. The 59-year-old's return could unite fans across generations and elevate the storyline to new heights. Although nothing is confirmed at this point, the mere thought of the Samoan legend stepping back into the ring might excite longtime WWE enthusiasts. Reigns didn't have any glaring issues with Punk, as noted earlier. He only went after the voice of the voiceless after spotting his Wiseman trying to comfort the latter in the ring. Initially, the 39-year-old found it amusing, but he soon reverted to his usual behavior and rushed into the ring to take down the 46-year-old. This all traces back to Survivor Series 2024, when Heyman introduced Punk as the last member of the OTC's squad to take on the Bloodline. Reigns was uneasy about teaming up with the Chicago native. Now, Heyman might have to make a choice that could significantly alter the future of both stars. Since Heyman and Punk went their separate ways after the latter's last stint with the company, it feels like there's still some unresolved business between them. As the straight-edge superstar aims for a spot in the WrestleMania main event, having Heyman in his corner could shift the odds in his favor. It might mark the beginning of a new era in the Stamford-based promotion. It would add even more excitement if Paul Heyman actually chose to drop both Reigns and Punk as we head towards the biggest event of the year and align with Seth Rollins. Heyman embracing the Visionary as his new client could take this storyline to a whole new level. Based on what happened on Raw, it looks like we're heading towards a triple threat match featuring Roman, Punk, and Seth. While a lot of fans might think Heyman will back Punk at WrestleMania for the rumored showdown, there's a chance the storyline could be flipped on its head before the big event. Rollins has been looking for a new path for a while now. Just as Heyman helped elevate Reigns' career, he could team up with the Visionary and help him reach new levels of success. The wrestling world is buzzing with speculation and intrigue, as rumors swirl about the shocking return of an Attitude Era legend after an absence of 1,585 days. With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon, the role of Paul Heyman, one of the most brilliant minds in WWE history, has come under intense scrutiny. Could it be that his time as the wise man to Roman Reigns is coming to an end? And if so, who could possibly replace him? The idea of an Attitude Era icon stepping into Heyman's shoes would send shockwaves throughout the industry. WWE thrives on nostalgia mixed with innovation, and a returning legend with the right charisma experience, and mind for the business could change the landscape of professional wrestling as we know it. Here are 3 intriguing possibilities. Imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin as Roman Reigns' new advisor. Unlikely, perhaps, but this is WWE, where anything can happen. Austin's last match at WrestleMania 38 against Kevin Owens proved he still has the fire to entertain, and his presence alone would command attention. Austin taking over for Heyman would be a complete character shift for the tribal chief, forcing him to lean even further into his dominance rather than relying on the manipulation and strategic cunning of Heyman. Instead of a lawyer-like advocate, Roman would have the ultimate anti-authority figure backing him, someone who could easily turn on him if needed. With Austin as his wise man, the Bloodline could evolve into a more vicious, less methodical force, bringing back a sense of chaos akin to the Attitude Era itself. And if WWE is building toward a Roman vs. Cody Rhodes rematch at WrestleMania 41, Austin could play a pivotal role in making it the most personal feud yet. What if Triple H himself steps in? While he's currently running WWE's creative direction, there's precedent for authority figures taking an active role on screen, especially leading up to WrestleMania. If Paul Heyman is removed or betrays Roman, the story could shift to an unexpected partnership between Reigns and Triple H, one built not on loyalty, but on business. Roman as the ultimate corporate champion, with Triple H calling the shots behind the scenes, would add another layer of intrigue. This scenario could set up a power struggle where the Bloodline serves the interests of the game rather than just Roman himself. It could also allow for a natural Cody Rhodes storyline, as Cody has history with Triple H dating back to his AEW departure and the infamous throne-smashing moment. Triple H backing Reigns could fuel a feud that feels deeply personal, with Cody not only fighting Roman, but also the system. A callback to his father, Dusty Rhodes, who was constantly at odds with the establishment. The biggest name WWE could possibly bring in to replace Heyman would be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. For years, there have been rumors about a Roman Reigns versus The Rock showdown. And while the People's Champion is busy with Hollywood, a short-term run leading into WrestleMania 41 isn't out of the question. What if instead of challenging Roman, The Rock returns in an unexpected role as the new leader of the Bloodline? A betrayal of Heyman orchestrated by The Rock would be a jaw-dropping moment. It could position the tribal chief as an even greater force, with The Rock playing the puppet master, guiding his cousin toward ultimate dominance. Or, what if The Rock taking over signals the beginning of Roman's downfall? Perhaps The Rock slowly usurps control of the Bloodline, causing internal conflict that eventually leads to Roman being exiled from the very empire he built. This could be the long-term plan that culminates in WrestleMania 41, where Roman fights for his family's legacy against The Rock. Even if Paul Heyman does lose his position as the wise man, he won't simply fade into the background. He's one of the greatest minds in wrestling history, and his next move could be just as game-changing as his past alliances. 1. Heyman betrays Roman Reigns and aligns with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the biggest threat to Roman's title reign, and Heyman is always a step ahead. If he senses that the Bloodline is crumbling, he may jump ship and join the American Nightmare. Heyman aligning with Cody would be a shocking twist, as he once managed Dusty Rhodes and could use that history to manipulate Cody. Imagine Heyman guiding Cody to take down Roman from the inside, playing mind games that even the tribal chief isn't prepared for. 2. Heyman brings in a new Bloodline leader. If The Rock doesn't return, could Solo Sikoa be the one to overthrow Roman? Heyman might shift his loyalty to Solo, positioning him as the true tribal chief, leading to a massive family war. Solo has been slowly developing into a ruthless enforcer, and with Heyman at his side, he could seize control of the Bloodline, sending Roman into a downward spiral heading into WrestleMania 41. 3. Heyman takes over as general manager of SmackDown. If WWE wants to shake up the power structure, Heyman could move into a GM role, ruling SmackDown with his signature cunning. This could allow him to control Roman's fate without directly managing him, setting up obstacles to ensure that his former client suffers. Heyman as SmackDown's authority figure would bring a level of unpredictability, as he could use his position to manipulate title matches, alliances, and even WrestleMania itself. The Attitude Era was built on shock, betrayal, and unforgettable moments, and WWE could be gearing up for one of the biggest twists in recent history. If a legend like Stone Cold, Triple H, or The Rock steps into Heyman's role, the road to WrestleMania 41 could be one of the most unpredictable ever. Meanwhile, Heyman's future is anything but certain, and his next move will likely be one that shifts the balance of power. Whether he aligns with Cody, helps Solo take over, or moves into a position of authority, one thing is clear. Paul Heyman's story isn't over. It's just beginning.